Hola, everybody. Buenas tardes a todos. ¿Cómo están, everybody? Welcome to En Casa con la Plaza. I'm Abelardo de la Peña Jr., Director of Marketing and Communications here at La Plaza de Cultura y Artes, and we welcome you to, I don't know, maybe this is our 35th, 38th edition of En Casa, in which we do presentations, demonstrations, conversations, and today a very special show with a couple of mezcaleros. I know you're all waiting for this because I know I am. But to introduce you to our special guest, let me introduce you to Jimena Martin, our Senior Director of Education and Programming with La Casa de Cultura y Artes. Thank you so much. Take it away, Jimena.
Gracias, Alberto. Thank you so much. Hi, welcome. We have a very exciting day today with this hot day for later this afternoon. Be inspired by these amazing cocktails that Jaime and Misael are going to present today. So today we have Los Javis, the mezcaleros. We have Jaime Mateo, the CEO and co-owner of Los Javis, as well as Misael Villa, who is the West Coast ambassador. Okay, Mezcal Los Javis is a family-owned and operated distillery. The Palenque was built in Santiago, Matitlan, Oaxaca in 1979, and Los Javis brand was founded in 2003. Unlike most other brands already made from mezcal, Los Javis grows, harvests, exports, and distributes their own mezcal. So it's a very unique artisanal mezcal. Let's see, the family business, they feel they're guardians of tradition and of the legacy of mezcal making. Over the years, they have expanded out to 8 different countries, over 120 accounts here in Los Angeles that celebrates mezcal. And without further ado, they're going to be making delicious cocktails for today. So I leave it to you, to Jaime and Misa, who are going to create delicious cocktails for us this afternoon. And please a little bit more about your éxitos here in Los Angeles con la mezcal. Gracias.
Okay. Hello, everyone. So just so you guys know, this is what we're here for today is Los Javis, get a little closer to you guys. This is Jaime. He is pretty much one of the brains behind it. I'll let him go ahead and give you a little bit about the story as far as how the mezcal came to be here in LA. Then I'll kind of fill in any of the little spots where, you know, little details that we forget when we're talking.
Hi, yeah, I'm Jaime Mateo. En español, ¿no? Sí, yo represento a mi familia aquí en Estados Unidos de Mezcal Los Javis. Es una compañía familiar, como lo dijeron. Los Javis significa que es el nombre de mi papá, de mi hermano y de mi sobrino, de 3 generaciones, que se llaman Javier. Y de ahí obtuvimos el nombre de Los Javis. Somos una familia que siempre se ha dedicado a hacer mezcal. Desde mis abuelos, mi papá, y ahorita entramos mi hermano y yo, y ahorita están continuando con la tradición mi sobrino. Y próximamente tal vez mi hijo, si le gusta. Entonces siempre ha sido familiar. Somos de un pueblo mezcalero. Santiago Matatlán es un pueblo que es reconocido por ser un pueblo mezcalero. Entonces la mayoría de la comunidad hace mezcal. Entonces ha sido siempre, el mezcal ha estado en nuestras vidas. Pero nosotros decidimos crear una marca entre mi familia, mi hermano y yo, que es Los Javis, porque solo producíamos mezcal, pero no teníamos una marca que nos identificaba, una marca comercial. Y así es como nació Los Javis. Y nuestro primer mercado fue Estados Unidos, y nacimos en Los Ángeles, porque mi hermano emigró a Estados Unidos y vio ese potencial que había, que todavía no descubrían, pero se veía llegar en lo que era el mezcal, ¿no? Entonces, vino mi hermano, trabajó como muchos inmigrantes en restaurantes, se educó acerca del vino, trabajó mucho en restaurantes italianos, y es donde agarró la noción del vino y lo tradujo o lo pasó a la fabricación del mezcal. Es como ahí agarramos pequeños tips o pequeñas, no modificaciones, sino podría decirse como perfeccionar el proceso de fermentación y lo técnico del mezcal para que tuviéramos este producto, que es algo que nos gusta, como saben, nosotros lo tomamos y así es como queremos mostrarlo al público. Y pues prácticamente de ahí nació los Javis. El proceso es hecho a base de un agave llamado espadín, que es el más común que tenemos en los Javis, que es lo que mi familia planta. Tenemos varias expresiones de diferentes tipos de agaves, por eso de ahí viene lo del vino, y al mezcal es algo similar. Como el vino se puede hacer de diferentes tipos de uva, lo mismo el mezcal se puede hacer con diferentes tipos de agave, a diferencia del tequila, que solo se puede hacer con un solo tipo de agave. Y empiezan las similitudes entre el vino y el mezcal. Pero más de eso le va a hablar Misa, él es un representante también aquí de la familia, aquí en California y todo la costa oeste.
So pretty much a little bit about the brand and how it's made. We, as a whole, we try to make sure that the product is a sustainable product throughout the whole process of, one question that everyone gives us is, well, how are you guys going to make sure you don't run out of agave? That's the biggest question, because we saw that happen in the tequila world, that then we hear that question with the mezcal. The way we make sure that is, since we are the actual owners of the land, we're able to control what we harvest and what we don't, and then how much agave we're growing throughout the year. So we always keep that in mind, that we have to have a land that's sustainable enough to not deplete our resources. We do have a large amount of land that we work with, so we're always rotating the fields that we harvest and that we grow. As far as the actual product itself, this is what you guys are looking at today, is our espadín. This is the most common mezcal varietal that you'll find. Almost all companies, well, all mezcal companies are going to have an espadín. Aside from that, we're going to have, we have also silvestres, or wild agaves. What people, some people don't understand what those are. What they are, it's agave as well, but they're just different types of agave. So you're looking at like tepestates or tobalas, salmianas. So all those they're not different names of flavors or mezcal. It's the actual name of the plant, and that's with those. The production of those is a lot smaller because we're not actually controlling the land. It's just kind of whatever the land gives. So with those expressions, they're a lot more limited to what we can do. Some of them are up to just 500 bottles, 700 bottles, and that's going to be per lot. Whereas, you see our espadín, which is, your day-to-day mezcal, we will produce it in larger quantities, up to 7,000 bottles per lot. As far as the family goes, we make sure that everyone in Oaxaca is getting taken care of the same way that, anyone out in the States would be taken care of. So it's something that's very unheard of, but it's done with our staff over, the production staff over there. All our employees over there have what we would consider a 401k out here in the States. So that's like a big deal for us to be able to make sure that we take care of the community in order for the community to take care of us as well. We do have reposado as well. This guy right here. These are probably your two most common bottles that you'll be able to find, like at Ramirez Liquor Store, which is over on the east side, or Trader Joe's. You can find our espadín at. Our reposado is a rested mezcal that's rested in repurposed bourbon barrels. So this one's real nice for when you're introducing someone new into the mezcal world, but they're very familiar with the bourbon, Scotch flavors. This is a good entry mezcal for them. But all in all, like, our mezcales are made for the purpose of being able to have a few and not just one. They're very, very green and crisp on the taste. And, a lot of people are like, oh, well, it's really smoky. It's like the smokiness of the mezcal is going to be there because of the process that it goes through. But not ours is not necessarily as heavy on the smoke because of the type of wood that we use. When you use a wood that's very heavy on smoke, you're going to get a lot of those heavy smoky notes. But since we use white oak, you're not going to get those heavy smoky notes which is for us is what we like, you know, something that's a little bit crisp, a little greener, easier to drink. I don't know if you guys have any questions there, or I don't know if anyone can ask any questions if they have any.
Not as of yet, but I have to say that we were so fortunate to have Jaime be at La Plaza. So we showed a documentary on agave. And so it's a document about the history, and then we were fortunate to have him come and explain. I don't know if you were there with us that day.
Yeah.
We had the tastings. We had pieces of the maguey and the orange and the chapulín salt.
Yes. So I mean, all those are, you know, when we do tastings like that, we try to bring all the different flavors and things that have to do with the culture of mezcal. So like the chapulines or worm salt. The agave, whenever Jaime is able to get some out here, it's honestly the best way for people to get an idea of what a cooked agave tastes like. You know, it's crazy how an agave can go from such an abrasive plant to just something that's super sweet and then turn into, you know, one of the most amazing booze you can have. So a lot of people, if you guys don't know, agave is an acidic plant. So if you try to chew it or bite into it when it's raw, it's you know, it can hurt your stomach. It's very acidic. But when you are making it for mezcal, the cooking process of it, what it's actually doing is you're breaking down those acid notes and you're turning them into sugars, which is why if you got the chance to taste that cooked agave, it's like really sweet, kind of like a sugar cane. But and so it's like we like to say it's like a vegan jerky. And then, you know, once those sugars are broken down, that's what we use in order to ferment and turn into what you have as mezcal.
How long does it take, like from beginning, then to the piña, to under the earth? How long does that process take, más o menos?
When it's harvest the agave,
Principio al final.
okay, when the agave is ready, we know that because it's comes something in the middle of the agave called tiote. It's a stick in the middle of the agave. This is when the agave is mature. The agave spadín take like 9 to 12 years, depends on the weather season, a lot of things. But when it's ready, we harvest and we transport it to the palenque, called palenque, and heat the pit. Approximately 6-7 hours. When the oven pit is ready, take like 3 or 4 days cooking or under the ground, or 4 days. After that, take out and we mash with tahona. It's full with the horse. It's just one mechanic thing we have in the distillery. Just the tahona. It's mash. This mash is very good for flavor because the heavy wheel didn't damage the agave fiber. Just squish and don't because if you damage the fiber, the flavor change. I'm comparing with this when you make salsa. If you use the same ingredients, if you use a blender and molcajete, same ingredients, everything tastes different because the blender damages the fiber. It changes the flavor. So we use tahona, mash, put in the cold tina. It's a bath for fermentation bath. It's made with fine goods. It's a good. Take like, depends on the weather because it's natural and open fermentation. Take like this hot weather, like the weather we have right now. Take like 2 days or day and a half for fermentation. But when it's cold, yeah.
Preguntica, de Frank Sacramento está preguntando, ¿cuál de sus mezcales es el más, which is the most smoky, de la variedad de mezcales que se tienen ahí, de su marca?
Okay. El ahumado que tiene nuestra línea de mezcales lo controlamos muy bien. ¿Cómo es eso? Tenemos el control de usar la leña, encontramos la fórmula, ocupamos el 80% de encino mexicano y el 20% de mezquite. es el perfil que tenemos del ahumado en todos nuestros mezcales. Entonces, no le puedo decir que uno es más ahumado que otro, pero depende en qué se ahuma más que otro. Es cuando el agave es muy pequeño. Por ejemplo, los agaves silvestres como el tobalá o el cuche son pequeños. Esos agarran el sabor ahumado más, porque es como están pequeños, penetra más el humo. A diferencia de un arroqueño o un cerrudo, que son agaves muy grandes, el ahumado no penetra mucho. Comparado como cuando cocinan una carne, cuando la carne es grande y fat y gorda, el sabor no penetra tanto como cuando es un tender, ¿sí? Más o menos ahí puede, pero no varía mucho. Cuidamos mucho el ahumado porque el ahumado también, si es muy ahumado un mezcal, puede ocultar los otros sabores que tiene el agave. Entonces tenemos que resaltar no solamente el sabor ahumado, sino también el sabor de los agaves, que son muy ricos, las notas de la fermentación también. Entonces cuidamos mucho lo ahumado, no tiene que estar sobre ahumado. Y cuidamos mucho la
I know you have like the white and then the reposado. I know you have various different bottles out of, I think how many varietals do you guys carry?
All in all, we're looking at 14 different varietals right now.
Okay, so out of those 14, I guess which would be the smokiest? I think that's what Frank was asking.
I think from what we've gotten from feedback from everyone, I think when people are looking for like that smoky or a little more aggressive mezcal, a lot of people tend to gravitate towards our tepestate. Yeah, those two are probably people's favorites when it goes to, you know, mezcal is kind of like, it's like you start off with your espadín and then you're looking for like that next, you know, stronger or different mezcal. So they tend to gravitate towards our tobalas and our tepestates for sure.
Gracias. So what type of cocktails are you gonna make for us today? What do you have in mind? ¿Qué cócteles nos van a hacer hoy?
So today we're gonna do a passion fruit based cocktail. We're gonna do watermelon margarita, watermelon paloma, and also a what was it? Passion fruit, and our traditional margarita with it. Yeah, so it's gonna be a traditional margarita, watermelon paloma, and then a passion fruit.
All right, let's start with the margarita then.
Yeah, so our margarita is going to be very simple. If you want to make your own sweet and sour at home, you can do it with 1 part agave, 1 part, 2 parts lemon juice, and 1 part lime juice, and then you can, you know, make your own batch at home. I already have one made for us here, and you guys can do different salt rims if you like. I just made a really nice one earlier this week, and it's pretty simple. If you toast a couple guajillo chiles, and then you toast up some tortillas, like really crispy till they're almost kind of burnt, and then you blend that up and mix it up with some kosher salt. You can do a nice spicy tortilla salt. But today we are gonna do just a little margarita.
And for those who are joining us at the end, to either today or tomorrow, we have the ingredients and the recipes to the cocktails that we're presenting today. So Misa, I know you're saying you're presenting at the Pattern Bar. Where is your bar located at?
So this bar is located on 9th and Main, right in the Fashion District. So we've been here, this bar's been here for about 10 years. We took over it maybe 3 years ago now. And right now we're just waiting for everything to open up again, so we can, you know, let everyone come in and have a good time. Soon. So you're just gonna do 2 ounces of your sour mix, and then 2 ounces of your Los Javis. And again, it's pretty easy online for you to get. Or you know, if you live in LA, you can snag it at like Bevmo, Trader Joe's, and then Ramirez, probably the biggest liquor store here. So that's going to be a very easy, simple mezcal margarita. So lemon juice, lime juice, agave, mezcal. And then for our passion fruit, we're gonna do, so for our passion fruit, I like to use these guys, Liquid Alchemist. If it's very handy. I believe you can find it at a couple of liquor stores as well. Or you can just make your own passion fruit puree at home if you know how to do so. This one's gonna be very easy. It's gonna be 1 ounce of passion fruit. It's gonna be 1 ounce of lemon juice. You're gonna do your mezcal, 2 ounces of that. Then just give it a quick strain over into a coupe. That's going to be your passion fruit. And then this is going to be more of a fun one. So this is going to be a watermelon paloma. So this one, you're going to do some fresh watermelon juice, 2 ounces of it. You're going to do an ounce of lime. You're going to do half an ounce of agave. Your mezcal, 2 ounces. And then you're gonna top it off with, I'm gonna top it off with a grapefruit soda, but at home you can do just grapefruit juice and top it off with regular sparkling soda if you like. And that's gonna be your watermelon paloma right there. And with I think after this, you have a couple more recipes that you'll be able to give all the people out there watching, where they can kind of make some good mezcal cocktails at home.
I have a question about your watermelon. Watermelon, just when you made the juice, did you strain it, or is it just in the blender and that's it?
These are actually made in a juicer. So all our juices go through an actual juicer, so it separates the pulp from it already.
Okay, great. And can you just let people know what is simple syrup and how to make simple syrup, by the way?
Simple syrup, we didn't use any today, but if you wanted to make simple syrup at home, it's literally just sugar, water. All you got to do is 1 part sugar, 1 part water. First you boil some water. Once it's boiling, you put your sugar in it and just kind of let it dissolve, and you have simple syrup. So if you need simple syrup for any recipes, that's exactly how you make it.
Okay, we have some questions. Can you repeat the ingredients for each single drink again?
Yeah. So
let's start with the margarita first, please.
For your margarita, you're gonna do, you can make sour mix at home, which if you guys like to make cocktails at home, it's always good to have a batch of sour. Your sour mix is gonna be 2 parts of lemon juice, 1 part lime juice, and then 1 part agave. So that's for your sour mix. And then, so for your margarita, it's gonna be 2 ounces of your sour mix and 2 ounces of your mezcal. For your passion fruit one, it's gonna, if you can get your hands on some Liquid Alchemist or make a puree of passion fruit at home, It's going to be 1 ounce of passion fruit, 1 ounce of lemon juice, half ounce of agave, and 2 ounces of mezcal. So that's a passion fruit one. And then for the paloma, watermelon paloma, it's going to be 1.5 ounces of your watermelon. It's going to be 1 ounce of your lime juice, a quarter of agave, just agave syrup, 2 ounces of your mezcal, and then topped off with, I topped it off with a grapefruit soda, but you can use either just some grapefruit juice and then top it off with soda. Whatever's easier or handier to you. And then we also have some other recipes that I sent over for you guys to give everyone, which is going to be a tamarind margarita, a diablito, which is a mezcal diablito, which is honestly one of my favorites. It's very simple. It's just mezcal, lime juice, ginger beer, and cassis float. Super easy, refreshing. And I believe all the other ones you already have.
I guess we're just answering some folks here. Oops. Well, this has been amazing and delicious. I know with what's going on with COVID, but we're just so hoping that once we're opening up to, La Plaza opens up for our public programs again, to invite you both back to come in and present. That way our community have an opportunity, firsthand, artisanal, family, multi-generational owned mezcaleria, and with the different ingredients to really give folks an authentic experience at La Plaza, and also to meet the people behind the beautiful product that you guys are putting together. And it's one of my favorites. And how I found you guys was we had a public program. We were going to have a craft cocktail made. And I called our friends there, Fernando at La Guelaguetza. And I'm like, hey, I need a really good mezcal for my program. And he says, come over and buy Los Javis. And that's how, again, through the Oaxacan community for us to connect. And that's how I connected with, the first time I tasted Los Javis mezcal. Right. And then eventually he came to La Plaza with family, public programs. And again, thank you so much again for presenting these great cocktails. And we will get those recipes to you. We'll email you at the end of the day or tomorrow. And I hope you had a chance to check out these very simple, delicious, artisanal mezcal cocktails with you gentlemen that have been so kind to present today.
It's so unfortunate that we have to do it like this, but hopefully soon we get to do it in person and invite everyone back and have them experience the brand the way that, it's meant to be appreciated, with friends and family, and have everyone taste it and get reactions and all the right questions. I mean, you can't really do a mezcal tasting without tasting it together, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Jaime, Misael, mil gracias.
Muchas gracias.
Nos veremos pronto.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. Muchas gracias, Jaime. Muchas gracias, Misael and Jimena. Just one question from me. You say that we can purchase your mezcal at Trader Joe's?
Correct.
Okay. Well, there's Trader Joe's everywhere, so there's no excuse for you not to try a mezcal from Los Javis and to have a little party of your own with your friends, your family, of course, keeping safe, making sure you're okay.
And if anyone ever has any other questions or they want to reach out to us, they can always reach out to us on our Instagram, Mezcal Los Javis. Send us a DM if you have any questions like, hey, where can I buy it? Or, hey, I was in the meeting and I want to get some of those recipes, or whatever you need from us or questions for us after this, you can reach out to us on our Instagram.
Well, thank you so much for that. Yeah, the Instagram is a great way to communicate, and you can not only get that information, you can see some of the wonderful products that they have. Then also you guys talk about how you do it in Mexico. I know that you show the process and so on, so that's a great way to learn a little bit more. Well, thank you so much to everybody for joining us to En Casa con La Plaza this afternoon, this very warm afternoon, where I'm sure you want to have a little mezcal party of your own, using one of these recipes. You can catch, if you came in a little bit late, you could catch this session plus all our other sessions on our YouTube page at La Plaza LA, on our website, laplazala.org, and on Facebook at La Plaza LA. We'd like to thank our sponsors, which is the SoCal Gas, and also a grant that we recently received by California Humanities and the National Endowment for the Humanities as part of the Coronavirus Aid, Relief, and Economic Security CARES Act. Okay, they've been very generous in helping us out because, as Jimena mentioned, and as you know, we usually have these programs at La Plaza de Cultura y Artes. Unfortunately, this year, we're not going to be having any of these programs, but you can catch us online here on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and sometimes even on Saturdays or Sundays. Coming up at La Plaza En Casa con La Plaza, we have on Wednesday on DocuTales, Queer Immigrants in LA with Armando Ibanez, a filmmaker, and activist Javier Mejia from Q Talk Radio. Well, they'll be talking about the web series called Undocumented Tales. On Friday, a great return of Beto Arcos, the independent music journalist, with a musical concert called El Son de la Nueva Generación, creating new music with traditional Mexican instruments. And on Sunday at 5 o'clock, a special Sunday, 5 o'clock, En Casa con la Plaza with Dan Guerrero and his happy hour with a special guest, Vicky Carr, celebrating her 80th birthday. We're going to have Vicky, the great Vicky Carr, La Cantante Vicky Carr, in conversation with the funny Dan Guerrero, who will be doing a great interview with her. Please check us out at our website, laplazala.org. You'll see all our upcoming shows, all our past shows, and then and you could enjoy and be entertained and be educated at the same time. Muchas gracias a todos. Que tengan buenas tardes. Thank you to all who tuned in. And if you have questions, shoot them over on our chat, shoot them over on our comment section at La Plaza, on our Facebook page, and we'll get back to you. Hasta la próxima. Nos vemos, Jaime. Nos vemos, Misael. We'll see you soon, Jimena.
Bye, guys. Thank you. Have a good afternoon.
Salud a todos.
Salud.
Salud.